Dragons are playing host to the General McLane Lancers, and Dave had a chance to speak with Coach Cricky, so let's move to that now.
Good evening, Dragon fans. Welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Dave Engstrom. Alongside me as we stroll down the old ball yard part 2 up at Warren Area High School is Coach Corbar. Cricky, you guys ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw Friday night against Girard. You guys took the opening score of 7-0, then they kicked off, took it all the way back 7-7, and up on the losing side 42-21.
Yeah, unfortunately, started out great. Came back in the end great, just in the middle. Right after that initial drive, we had a letdown. I don't know what it was, just not breaking down in our lanes and going right to the guy on the ball. A couple special teams errors. Defensively, we again gave up the big plays.
All right, let's talk a little bit about defense. Bright spots on defense? I know they had a little bit of trouble later on containing Aiden Arnold. Early on, you had him wrapped up, but who'd you see stand out on defense?
Mr. Bleach, as always. Noah is doing a great job, kind of being the architect of the defense, telling everybody where to go, what to do, all that kind of stuff. As usual, he's around the ball.
Offense, it was Aiden Egger's night, 183 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. The offensive line did a nice job. That's why they were our co-match of some more players of the game. Any other standouts on offense?
Egger in the offensive line. Parker Kaiser, freshman quarterback, started to come around. Got to get the timing down with him and Tommaso. Once that timing's under there, the throwing the ball will start coming around too.
Yeah, he was throwing some nice passes. Just with Tommaso's speed, he was a little bit ahead of him. But like I said, I think he was just almost at 100 yards passing for a freshman. Very good day off.
Oh, yeah. And again, Parker's only going to grow. He's only going to get better. A freshman. Remember, he's just a freshman. I keep telling myself that.
He's making the good decisions. We saw him actually tuck and run sometimes. He didn't get into troublesome situations. He threw the ball away when he needed to. Made nice passes. Yeah, he's coming around.
Oh yeah, he did have. I will yell at him. He had his one mistake. His interception when he wanted to throw that touchdown in the end, and that in part was on the guys running the wrong routes to the same place. So he knew where they were supposed to be, and then they weren't there. And then they were both where he didn't want them to be. So he just tried to make a quick decision once he saw Charlie get away from that group. And unfortunately, a linebacker popped right in there and picked it off. But overall, he had the right read at the wrong time.
Okay, special teams. Okay, here's where we break stuff down. You guys scored the opening touchdown. Next kick takes it back. Then they were squib kicking the entire game. It seemed like he had trouble controlling the squib kick.
Yep, we had a guy out there. We knew they weren't going to kick very deep, so we tried to put our hands team out there. Thought we had the right guys in the right place. Evidently, we did not, so we've gone on to fix that already.
Okay. Health of the team this week?
Pretty good. No more issues. I got one gentleman in Pittsburgh. Hopefully he can get back here. We'll figure that out once I get over to the bleachers and check my phone to see what the results are from that.
Okay. One thing we were concerned about was encroachment penalties. You guys had like 3 in a row. I didn't know if they just didn't hear St. Julian's cadence right, or they were anticipating, or
a little bit of anticipation. And Julian, he did a clap real quick, and that's what threw him off. A couple times they didn't get it there, and that's really just all it was just a clap.
Yep. Other than encroachment, he had a few minor holding penalties. One, what do I want to call it? Personal foul.
Yeah, personal foul. Yeah.
Yep. Other than that, penalties compared to last few years, penalties have totally diminished.
Yep. And that's what we're working on. Just trying to get the discipline down under control. We implemented a couple things here in practice to curb that and try to get some more discipline and structure with the guys when they're actually out on the field. Just thinking through situations, knowing what's going on, so that they have that structure in and of themselves. So we negate those.
All right, this week it's homecoming against the 5-1 Lancers at General McLane, coached by one of the youngest coaches in the league, Marshall McCormick. Last week they beat Fort LaBeouf 42-20. Matt Caro is their big stud quarterback. He's 65 of 100 for 950 yards, 12 touchdowns. Cohen Beachley's a running back. Kyle McConnell, he's a wideout. What do you know about General McLane?
General McLane, yep. They're a tough team. Tough team, all up and down, inside out. They're a tough team. Nothing more can be said about it. They're coming.
Are we ready for the McLane?
We're as ready as I think we're going to be.
All right. So last week I told the team who the player and the play of the game was. I told you the player game this week. The play of the game last week was Aiden Egger, tiptoeing down the sidelines on that 44-yard touchdown run. Beautiful piece of running. Again,
a sophomore.
Yeah.
A sophomore. I have 3 running backs right now that are on my brain moving forward, and we go 2 of them are sophomores, one's a freshman.
Okay.
And just unbelievable. Unbelievable Egger, 183 yards. His next goal now was 200.
All right. Well, good luck Friday night against the General McLane Lancers and homecoming. That's Coach's Corner for this week. I'm your host, Dave Engstrom. Now let's send you up to the broadcast booth with myself, Tim Giuliano, Nick Hoffman, and John Robbins.
All right, we're getting ready for kickoff here at Memorial Field. It's going to be a beautiful night for football. As the Dragon Marching Band is coming on, they will play the national anthem, and then we will have both teams. Well, we have one team out there already, McLane, that we're in all white with red trim. Dragons are in all blue tonight, and this is a perfect night for a homecoming game. We have Nostra Engstrom with us. He's going to select, before it happens, who the homecoming queen is this evening, so get ready for that.
I haven't felt this ready since Titusville a couple weeks ago, or last year, when the streak came to an end.
Well, you have to start a new one this time.
You know, I kind of missed it by 2 last week, so this time either I'm going to miss it by 1 or I'll be right on.
Yeah, it's, well, back to football. You heard Coach Cricky say this is a tough team, and I think that's a good way to describe it. They're solid, they're well coached, they hit, and they're fundamentally very, very sound. And regardless of the talent level, when you have that kind of team coming in here, it's going to be a battle.
Yeah, they're led by Matt Caro, who's thrown for over 1,200 yards on the season, 9 touchdowns. He runs a very efficient offense. He's got good running backs, good wideouts, so he's coming to play. Contain him, you may have a chance.
Yeah, he's got, as you said, he's got a lot of weapons that he can utilize tonight. And this is a team, we have a long history of playing them and having a rough night with them.
Yeah, we thought
they're loaded.
We thought last year when we saw the Zeitz brothers, that we were like, okay, they're going to be graduating. It's going to be good. Caro, he stepped into the role of one of the Matt White's, I think it was, and he took over the offense.
These guys just reload is what they do. And they're sound with what they teach, and so regardless of the level of ability that somebody has, if you learn the right stuff, you can be competitive even against teams that are vastly superior talent-wise. Well, maybe not vastly, but you know what I mean.
Vastly.
And the Dragons have come out of the locker room, and they will take the field here in a moment, and then we'll have the national anthem.
So, Nick, who's our officiating crew tonight?
Todd Button, Mike Olewine, Kelly Kilmartin, Bill Canfield, and Jason Adams.
Okay.
Out of the Massa Santo chapter.
Okay, we will be back in just a moment, and more on the pregame show, and then the kickoff.
This game is being live streamed on 92 Gold's Facebook page, courtesy of the Rouse Estate, Warren County's leader in caring for generations, specializing in skilled nursing and rehabilitation, personal care, home-based services, and children's daycare. Contact us today at 814-563-7565 or online at www.rouse.org. We want to thank our sponsors like Superior Tire and Rubber to help bring you Warren football. Superior Tire and Rubber is hiring at almost all manufacturing positions and skill levels, offering the best benefits for employment in the area with starting wages far above other employers. Open interviews held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or visit www.superiortire.com/careers. Start your new career with Superior Tire today.
I'm Hayden Lilly, left tackle for the Dragon football team. Heroes play all season long right here at 92 Gold, WRRN.
So traffic coming into the stadium tonight is moving fairly well and efficient. Parking is very good. 73 degrees at kickoff, dropping to a low tonight of 51 overnight. So it should be a nice night for football. Traffic and weather brought to you by us.
Thank you. You know it all, including who's going to be the homecoming queen tonight.
I don't even know who's on the
we've
court right
got,
now.
We've got all the people listening on the edge of their seats right
Yeah,
now, and there's
yeah.
still half to play before we find out.
Yeah, they're all looking up here too, going, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
We got a real nice turnout here tonight. I see that the McLane supporters are coming into the, I don't know if I want to call this stadium.
Ball yard.
Ball yard. Okay, that works. And it's a 3/4 moon tonight. And the moon is rising. Beautiful outside. And I'm not sure if there's a certain time where they cue to play the national anthem. Looks like the band's all ready, and everybody's standing around.
Trying to figure out what the big gathering is down here in front of the sidelines too.
I do not know. I'm usually not privy to any of that. Oh, this might be the choir, the madrigal singers or something like that.
Yep.
Maybe they're going to sing it. And then they'll sing the alma mater of Warren Area High School. They always do that for the homecoming game. Whether I hope we can pick it up on audio, but maybe we won't be able to.
I have a note from a viewer or a listener. They're wondering if there will be any creamsicle cars here tonight.
Well, I don't know. That's creamsicle. Well, that's the first thing I thought of with the Volkswagen. I didn't know they made that color for automobiles, but apparently they do, or somebody painted it. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's down the other side.
Yeah. Okay, we got just about 2.5 minutes left to play. Left to go before kickoff.
And we're not sure how long this is going to be, but we, and Nick, they already determined who's going to get the football. Is that right?
Yeah, the coin toss has already happened. We still have to do the ceremonial toss.
Okay. Which is just more or less letting everybody know what happened earlier. But, yeah,
apparently there's no game script or pregame script here.
I guess not. So we're waiting, and now we're getting underway.
We'd like to welcome all visitors and especially
opening announcement.
Warren Area High
We
School
will be
alumni
having
to
the national
beautiful
anthem.
War Memorial Field. Tonight, you'll witness a contest between the visiting General McLane Lancers and your Warren Dragons. Tonight's game time temperature is 73 degrees with the winds light out of the southwest. Thank you for joining us on this perfect night for football in northwestern Pennsylvania. Tonight's game is a chance to celebrate the hard work and dedication of our student athletes. We remind everyone that true sportsmanship means showing respect for the players, coaches, officials, and each other. Well, let us cheer with pride and keep the focus on the positive spirit of the game. And now, as you are able, would you please rise and direct your attention to the American flag near the entrance as the Warren Marching Dragons play our national anthem. And now, if you would please, remain standing for the singing of the Warren Area High School alma mater. It'll be sung tonight by members of the a cappella choir and madrigals. as well as several former alumni members of the ensembles. Tonight, they are under the direction of choir director and class of 1998 Warren alumni, Joy McMonagle.
Hopefully you got to hear that. They did a real nice job with the Warren alma mater.
Yeah, very nice. And if not, TJ will sing the rendition at
Well,
halftime.
The words of which I do not know fully. I know the first line. I do remember some more of the Beatty alma mater, which is the same song, except it's on the banks of the Conewango.
Yeah, I kind of remember a little of the Youngsville alma mater. Not much, because that was 4 years ago. So.
Yeah, and mine was even longer ago than that. I dare not say how long, but we have a 50-year reunion coming up next year. Or no, 2 years from now, excuse me.
So you just said how long it's
So it'd
been.
be 48.
Yeah, I did, didn't
yeah.
I?
Yeah,
Shame
you
on
did.
me. Speaking of, yeah, it's 2 years. 77.
Yeah.
Almost forgot what year we graduated. But we're still playing football here at Moore Memorial Field, and the Dragons are emerging from the tunnel, so to speak. We've got just about everybody that was healthy last week, healthy this week, and that's a good thing. So we'll find out very shortly who's going to get the ball first. And if you're Warren, I would guess you're going to run the football a lot.
Yeah, capitalize on Egger's 183-yard performance last week. Kriege said it, if you didn't hear it in pregame, he said his goal now is 200 yards in a game. Yeah, very close last week, so.
He's got the ability to do that. And Brady Sheen, Tommaso Clemente, Tyson Harkins, and number 50, Jacob Redderer are the captains meeting at midfield with the McLane captains. I don't know that we've ever had as many cheerleaders as we do right now at Warren. I know
I believe the junior high cheerleaders are here as well.
Okay, just seems like they have a lot.
McLane won the toss and elected to receive. That's interesting.
I think they want to score early and often. I'm going to guess. And the Dragons, we'll see. Strange. That's why you play it on a football field and not on paper.
Yeah. That's one thing. Kriege and I were talking about it in Coach's Corner. They had trouble with the squib kick last week because that's all Gerard did. And they said they practiced that a lot this week. So I don't think General McLean's going to squib kick it. But if they do, the Dragons should be ready.
They should. And we're getting ready here for the opening kickoff. And it will be, I'm going to guess, number 14, Charlie Blum, kicking the ball. And it will be, as Tage Wyman is inactive tonight.
And with the telling of the tale, here is Tim Giuliano.
Well, thank you, Mr. Angstrom.
You're
This
welcome.
is your big night, you know.
I know.
This is when it all started. Your ability to see into the future.
Yes, but I was in a studio.
All right, Charlie Blum, tease it up. And we will be underway here now. This is a kick that's going to bounce at about the 13, picked up, and it's going to be a return up the sideline. And good job by the Dragon coverage to limit that return to about a 29-yard gain. And the ball carrier for General McLean was number 1, Mitchell, P.J. Mitchell. And as Dave mentioned earlier, they have a lot of weapons, so you're going to see different people handling the ball. They send 3 receivers to the near side of the field, which usually indicates a pass, but we'll see. Quarterback is Carroll. And Carroll drops back, looks downfield, lets it fly. And this is a low pass. It's incomplete. Good coverage by the Warren secondary. That didn't fool anyone.
It's not often in football around here you see a team go 5 wide receivers. You see it in some of the bigger, well, McLane is a bigger school, but some of the bigger areas. It's not something you see around here very often.
No, and they did it with the opening play, and they went to the weak side of the field. And this time they're going to throw the other way, and good job. Orth was on the coverage here, and he was the guy that defended on the other play, and they did not complete this one either. 3rd and 10.
Third down.
Jared Corwin was the intended recipient of that one.
And so the Dragons, if they can hold here, should get decent field position out of this. Again, they spread everybody out, does McLane. And Matt Carroll waits for the ball. We've got a man in motion. That's number 11, Haller. And Carroll holds it, waits, throws, and he's got a receiver at the 40, out of bounds. It's enough for a first down. In on the tackle was Charlie Blum. The receiver was Corwin. Jared Corwin is their leading receiver, and he caught one right there to give them a 1st and 10.
McLane 39, first down.
All right, this time they go the other direction. The pass is complete, and Haller is still going, shoved out of bounds, but not before he gets into Dragon territory.
McLane wants to go.
Yeah, they're running hurry up right now.
I don't blame them.
They wanted to get into a rhythm, and they've started to get into one right now. As they spread everyone, they throw again. And this is a quick screen and down the sideline and getting another first down.
To the right, caught by Jackson.
Kaiser is the guy that caught that one, and he sets them up nicely at the 33. They're going to pitch this time and run the ball, and this is going to be inside the 15, let's say, and Orthen on the tackle. Beachley. Cohen Beachley was the ball carrier. Where's number 22?
Yeah, they're just picking apart. They're picking apart the right side of the defense pretty good.
As we try to familiarize ourselves with the numbers, and Beachley's got it again, and he's in the end zone. They did not waste any time.
Nope.
We said maybe they want to score early and often. Well, they got early down very early.
Minute and a half.
And so they're up 6-0 in the attempt for the extra point ensuing. Try to identify who it is that's going to kick the ball. Is it 89? 86. I can't tell.
It's 89.
89, and we do not have an 89 on the roster, so I could get that.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
Brendan Burkhardt.
Brendan Burkhardt. Okay, well, he makes good on that one, so it's 7-0. General McLane with the lead.
A special thank you to our sponsors like Mattress & More to bring you Warren Football. Stop in for truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress & More, where every season is recliner season. Located in Warren, PA.
All right, we're back. As McLane with a 7-0 lead will kick to the Dragons. And we would love to see, and we know that both of these guys, especially Clemente, have the ability to break it. The other receiver is Corbett, number 3. And McLane will kick. Clemente at the 1. Out to the 10. 20. 30. Still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 38-yard line. He looked like he was a step away from breaking that one.
Yep. He had a couple guys to beat, and he got caught from behind. Other than that, he was well on his way.
No, you said you expect him to break one this season.
That's in the predictions.
And you're never wrong, so we'll go with that. 1st and 10 Dragons. Let's see if they can answer back. Now, I would expect them still to run the ball because the longer we keep it, the less they have it. And if we can keep this a lower scoring ball game, it certainly fares better for Warren. Power I formation. And Kaiser under center. He's going to give to the up back, and that's Zinger. And Zinger's going to get maybe a yard, and that's all.
Handoff to Colby Zinger.
Second down. Let's call it 10. They didn't give him anything on that one.
I say it looked like the entire McLane defensive front was there to swallow him up.
Yeah, they were, and they reacted very, very quickly. And so the Dragons face a second down and 10. They'll use the same formation. Clemente split out to the far side, and Blum is nearest us. This time they're going to go pitch. Eggers got the ball, and he gets walloped. He took a couple of shots from, I believe it was the defensive end closing down on the linebacker, and they didn't get anything on that play.
Yeah, he was following his block, and if he would have went outside of his block a little bit, he had wide open space.
That was a really beautiful lick that Logan Squires laid on him, coming from his linebacker spot. And so we're looking at third down and 10. Much like McLane had in their first series of downs, they converted. Let's see if the Dragons can do the same here. Pistol formation, and Kaiser's going to drop back, throws the ball, and I'm not sure if he was going to number 12 Bleach or 14 Blum.
He was going for Blum.
They were both in the same area. The ball is incomplete, and the Dragons are looking at a fourth down and long. Blum has gone to more of a rugby-style punt, and it's been working for him. We'll see if he does that here or if he goes conventional.
I say Warren needs another guy, and Fiskus runs on.
Plenty of time to snap the ball yet. Long count, and low snap, and Blum just gets it off.
Good kick.
And this is going to bound and take a McLane bounce, and good job by Orth to stop it, and they'll set up shop about the 33.
34-yard line.
So we've gotten to see early this quick strike offense.
Yeah, I think we're going to see it all night long.
At least for a while, until they get satisfied with how many points they've got, although they may not.
They had a 7-play scoring drive. It's not often you see a 7-play drive end in about a minute and 5 seconds.
No, they didn't mess around, and they're doing the same here. There's a bubble screen, more or less, and Noah Bleach in on the tackle, but not before they pick up about 9 with that pass.
Complete to Jackson Kaiser.
Yeah,
Kaiser caught it, sorry.
Caro threw for over 300 yards 2 weeks ago against Corey, and now we see why. He's got a nice pass.
And
he throws a nice ball.
Yeah, and we have not gotten to him yet, and we haven't really threatened to get to him. Dragons might bring some more people this time. They're looking like they got 7 in the box, and this time it's going to be a draw play, and that will go to the Dragon 45 and move the chains. Ball carrier Nick Swenson.
Yeah, Caro is a senior.
And he will throw, and he hits one of his receivers on a slant end, and they're still digging for extra yardage, keep those legs moving, and several Dragons dragged him down, and number 64 Harkins was the first to make contact.
Yeah, they keep this pace up, Nick. Dragons are going to be out of breath by the time they get to the end zone.
Yeah,
So will we.
Plays like that are good for the completion percentage.
Yeah.
All right, they're going to go again into the pistol formation, and Caro throws it. Oh, momentary lapse of concentration. The guy dropped the ball. I think it was 22. He was trying to hit Beachley, and he just took his eyes off of it. So it's a third down and manageable, 4 yards to go. It is 7-0 General McLane. We have 8:02 to go in the first period. It is homecoming here at Memorial Field. And Caro will drop back, look downfield, lets it fly, and he's got his receiver, and it will be a touchdown.
2-on-1 on that one, TJ.
Yeah, Jackson Kaiser.
Yeah, he threaded that where only Kaiser could get it.
Number 2.
Blum and Bleach had no chance at it. They tried to make a little play on it, but he was just a couple steps out in front of him into the end zone.
He showed some good speed there, and there's the extra point attempt. And it is good. So we have 7:53 to go in the first period. The score, General McLane 14 and Warren 0.
A special thank you to our sponsors like Rary's Auto to bring you Warren football. Need your car door unlocked, your vehicle hauled to your favorite garage, any roadside assistance, or wrecked your vehicle? Call Rary's 814-723-6489. We will get you going. Go Dragons!
You're listening to Warren Football on 92 Gold.
Okay, back at the old ball yard at War Memorial Field, Dragons down 14-0. General McLane is not wasting any time tonight, Nick. They're just lining up. They line up for the extra point. They're lining up real fast for the kickoff.
Yeah,
they're in hyper speed mode.
I would say they're on the ball as soon as it's spotted.
Yeah.
They kick off a lot, so they're ready for that.
Burkhart kicks it. And the Dragons will field the ball at the goal line, and it goes over the goal line into the end zone, in which it will be a touchback.
He's got a nice kickoff, too. He's got some distance on that.
Yeah, you mentioned he's had a lot of practice kicking. They score a lot of points, this team. So let's see what Warren does here in this second possession. Ball will be on the 20. And the Dragons are down by 14. And for those of you who are not familiar with General McLane, they are a perennial power. Very good football teams year in and year out. Dragons are in the power I right now, and Kaiser waits for the snap. And he will roll and pitch, and Egger is going to be, well, he was free for about a yard, but then they swallowed him up, as you would say, Dave, and they drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Stop for a loss back at the Dragon.
Their pursuit is really quick. And I have a feeling even if we try something like a reverse, I'm going to guess that they are sharp enough to stay home and not get sucked in. And we may see that from Warren tonight. They can get them going, a little misdirection. Power eye again, Eggers the deep back. Kaiser will drop back, roll to his right, looks downfield, throws the ball. There was nobody open. He wisely threw it to the ground. Fiskus, the nearest receiver, and he was well covered.
Incomplete.
What do you think, guys? Maybe time for a screen on third down? Okay,
No.
Mr. Robbins does not favor that.
Nope.
I'm handing the ball off.
Yep.
I would just hand the ball off the rest of the game.
No, they're putting a lot of pressure on the QB. I was just thinking. But that's why I'm up here and not down there calling plays.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of pressure, and they're showing a blitz right here.
Yep, Dragons are spread everywhere now. They've got 4 receivers lined up, and we got whistles everywhere.
Delay a game.
The clock ran out.
Delay a game penalty.
So that will move them back 5 yards, and it will put the ball on the 13-yard line.
Like you said, TJ, they score a lot of points. They've scored 252 points so far this year. Most points they scored this year was against Franklin when they put a 70 on the scoreboard.
Well, the Dragons right now, in 2 possessions, not only don't they have any points, they don't have many yards. We may be in negative yardage right now, and John nods yes, and we are in negative yardage. Okay, Kaiser drops, looks, he's going to get dumped for a big loss back to the 4-yard line, and just waves of red and white coming in there.
Yeah, he avoided the first one, couldn't avoid the second one. He got turned around, and there's the other guy right on top of him.
Now, this is a precarious situation. This is
I was saying, well, McLean's probably going to send the house here.
Yeah, Charlie Blum's going to have to go back to the end line and make sure he doesn't step out, as the Dragons are going to be fortunate to just get this punt off. I have a feeling they're coming with everybody.
And they're going to get good field position.
Oh,
he didn't get into the neutral zone.
There was movement on the McLean side of the ball. Low snap, and Blum, nice job to get that. Oh my gosh, beautiful punt. Drives him all the way back to the 50. This is Montroy, and Montroy to the sideline and out of bounds. Nice return to the 30-yard line. So this sets McLean up with beautiful field position.
Looked like a little holding out there, Nick, but I guess there wasn't.
I think they just got tangled and fell to the ground. I wouldn't have called it.
Back to the Dragon 25-yard line.
So it's a 1st and 10. They'll put it on the 25-yard line of Warren. And so McLean, who leads 14-0, has an opportunity to go ahead by 3 scores here. And if they have to kick a field goal, I'm pretty sure they get another couple of yards. They're going to be in good shape to do that. And this time, Kara throws long in the end zone. Touchdown. Kara's pass was right on the money, and the Dragons left Kaiser all alone in the end zone. He's not a big guy, but he got away from the defenders and was open and caught it. So that makes it 20-0, and we are still in the first quarter with 5:56 remaining. And they will go for one. And they will get one, as that extra point makes the score 21-0. The Dragons trail it early in the game.
Game on. And the weekly specials are on too at Warren Surefine, the area's only locally owned supermarket where you find the low prices you want and the friendly service you love come together. For all of your game day needs and your family grocery shopping needs too, come on over to Warren Surefine, where low prices and local friendly service are both winners. Warren Surefine, your hometown supermarket.
And we're back. The Dragons trailing 21-0 here in the first quarter of their homecoming game at Memorial Field. But the only thing nice you can say about so far is that it's a nice evening weather-wise. It's not been nice for the Warren Dragons so far tonight. And Corbett steps out, loses the ball out of bounds, and we're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on the 5-yard line. As I don't know if Aiden realized where he was on the field, because I think he was expecting to be able to return that ball and was not as close to the sidelines as he actually was.
Yeah, he probably thought he was closer, so he was probably deciding if he should let that one go. And then I think maybe last second realized that he's going to have to field that ball, and then deflected it out of bounds.
Yep. So the Dragons now, if Clemente or Egger maybe gets their hands on a ball and in space, you can get a big gainer here, but they have not given us any space to run the ball so far tonight. And Warren will have 2 receivers out to the left side. Kaiser waits for the ball, going to hand it off, and Aiden Egger will get some tough yards up the middle. Maybe 1 or 2, and that's it.
It's the first positive play tonight for the Dragons.
Yeah, we're in negative yardage overall. And I don't believe that we've had that situation this year until tonight. I don't know if even when we played Erie Cathedral Prep that happened to us early.
General McLean's very disciplined, very stays home, very speed-oriented right now.
They are. They're very, very disciplined. That's a good word.
Yeah, General McLean is better than Cathedral Prep this year. This is the best team Warren we'll see.
Power eye. And Kaiser's going to drop back, and they're going to drop him in the end zone for a safety. He had nobody open, and there was no way he could even turn his body to throw that ball away. They were in on him immediately. This is a very well-drilled team. They just came in droves.
He's a little shaken up on that one. He took a couple of good hits right there.
Oh, yeah, they dropped him hard.
Yep.
Now, Nick, I'm going to come to you with a question. Is this a situation where they can throw a penalty flag for pile driving the guy into the ground if it's a quarterback, or no?
That was a clean tackle.
It was a clean tackle, but it looked
Well,
like
I
he
mean-
could have done that if he
Well,
wanted
yeah,
to.
I mean, if he would have done that, it would have been a personal foul. But,
Okay.
I mean, you can if you. But it's not like the NFL where necessarily the body weight lands on him. Like, he would pretty much have to pick him up and slam him to the ground.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I didn't know if it was the same because I watch NFL all the time, and so I'm more familiar with those rules.
I was saying, and here on the safety kick, Warren can kick off. They do not have to punt it. And it looks like they will kick it off.
From the 20?
From the 20.
I think that's probably in the minority. Usually teams will punt because of the hang time issue.
Not in high school. They generally don't.
No, they usually don't have anybody that can punt the ball that high
Warren needs another player.
and far. And the Dragons will get another player out there. It is number 25, Wagner, Ryder Wagner. And now we're ready to kick. Charlie Blum has it teed up. And this one is going to be fielded at the 30. And the middle return. Now they break to the sideline. And brought down right at midfield. And a good job there by the Dragon coverage team.
Nice tackle, too.
Try to
two
figure out who it was.
two General McLane guys ran into each other. They looked like they got blindside hitted, but then they realized it was from their own guy.
Egger and Bleachin on the tackle, and that was mainly Egger who made the hit.
Timeout, Warren.
All right, timeout, Dragons. We'll take timeout.
We'd like to thank our sponsors like A&B Heating to bring you Warren Football. A&B Heating, serving your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs since 1953.
I'm Lennon Pritzel, junior right tackle at Dragon Football. We bleed blue and white. Now more from Gridiron on 92 Gold, WRRN.
Okay, Dragons
This
are
game is
down
being
by
live-
a score of 23-0 following that safety. And they've played the entirety of the ball game in the Dragon end of the field, which tells you something right there. This is a very good football team we're watching tonight from General McLane. And they're going to line up, 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. And that's how they started the ball game, and it worked for them as they moved methodically downfield with a lot of short passing and got into the end zone with their first drive. Matt Caro is going to hand the ball off, and this is going to be a sweep, and a flag flies after Clemente made the tackle. Ball carrier there for General McLane was number 36, and that's Bennett, Charlie Bennett.
The Dragon 46, there is a penalty flag on the field.
They just have a whole bunch of running backs, and all of them are fast.
And we're going to see Caro next year, too. His brother, Matt's brother, Josh, is a junior quarterback for the Lancers. So Caro legacy continues at McLean next year.
Well, they're going to get pushed back a little bit here.
Yeah, hold that would be from the spot of the foul. Or actually, not the spot of the foul, from the end of the run.
First down, 17 Lancers from their own 44-yard line.
Caro in the pistol. And he'll get the ball and roll to his right, throws it, and nobody is covering the receiver, and that's going to be an easy touchdown. Number 2, Jackson Kaiser, the receiver.
Yeah,
And they're on the board again.
Definitely broken coverage there. Somebody didn't pick somebody up, and he was all alone in the old end zone.
Yeah, these are not going to be good memories from the old ball yard if this keeps up.
And we're still in the first quarter, TJ.
Yes, I am painfully aware of that. 4:34 remaining, and they're going to kick the extra point, which will make it 30 if he hits it. And he does, and so it is 30-0 with 4:34 to go in the first quarter, and the Dragons are trailing, and we'll be back.
We want to thank our sponsors like Superior Tire and Rubber to help bring you Warren Football. Superior Tire and Rubber is hiring at almost all manufacturing positions and skill levels, offering the best benefits for employment in the area with starting wages far above other employers. Open interviews held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or visit www.superiortire.com/careers. Start your new career with Superior Tire today.
All right, back at Memorial Field, in case you just joined us, the Dragons have been really contending with a powerful football team. We are down 30-0, awaiting the kickoff after this most recent touchdown.
And there's still 4:34 left in the first quarter.
All right, that's a beautiful kick. It will go into and out of the end zone. And the Dragons will have a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And just want to remark about Brennan Burkhart. Needed to look, I couldn't remember his first name. He's got a great leg, and I wouldn't be surprised if he could nail a field goal from about, 40 yards away.
He is a senior too, so he's been kicking for a while.
Dragons come out of their huddle. We've got a power I formation. Clemente split to the far side, and it is Charlie Blum here on the near side. And they give to Egger, who dodges one tackler, and for his size, he's powerful. He brought a couple of red shirts on his back with him and gained maybe 3 on that one, maybe 4. 4. Nice pickup by Egger.
Yep, kept the feet churning, kept it moving.
All right. 2nd down, 6 to go. If I'm not mistaken, that's the biggest gain we've had tonight. Is that true? We'll get that answer.
Yes, you would be correct.
That gives you an idea of how good McLane is on defense. All right. Now we go to the pistol. Egger is the lone setback. And 4 receivers to the left. And that's a pitch out. And Egger's going to get dropped very quickly. Actually playing quarterback on that one for the Dragons was not, oh no, it was Kaiser, okay.
Taken down at the Dragon, 18-yard line. 3rd and 12 for Warren.
Now they have run bleach at quarterback at times. Kaiser's been the starter after Sheen went down with an injury.
So you're talking about General McLane being maybe better than Cathedral Prep. Well, they square up Friday, October 17th at 7 o'clock in General McLane.
Thank you. That's going to be a good matchup.
Then the next week, General McLane plays Hickory. So that proves how they'll test their mettle.
Delay a game.
Yeah, the Dragons were not lined up properly. Clemente ran all the way across the field. Because I think that was their formation was wrong. So yes, there's a timeout with 2:51 to go in the first quarter. Now, go ahead.
General McLean has Meadville next week, Cathedral Prep, and then Hickory. So kind of a good schedule for them, getting ready for the playoffs.
We go to Oil City Friday night.
Yes, we do.
And that's a perennially good football team. So
speaking of Oil City, they're losing in the almost halftime to Erie High, 14-6. That game being played at Veterans Stadium in Erie. Nothing else really stands out score-wise for me, so we'll keep an eye on things as we go. For LaBeouf and Fairview tied at 7. Fairview, I forgot to mention this week 1. Fairview is in its 100th season of playing football. So, I mean, we're way into that, too. I think we're like 125th or something like that, 130th. But, yeah, Fairview just started their 100th season, so congratulations going out to the Tigers.
Yeah, 100 years, that's a good long time. Okay, Dragons are going to send Fiskus out here to the near side of the field this time. And they're looking at a 3rd down and 12. They need to get out to the 30. And they give the ball to Zach Barnes, I believe, or no, the Blum, and it goes out of bounds, excuse me.
No, it was recovered. It was a fumble recovered by General McLane.
Oh, they were able to get on it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it went out. So, General McLane sitting pretty now with a 1st down in deep in Dragon territory. The ball is at the 15. Maybe it would have been better had the Dragons fumbled the ball out of bounds there, and then they could have punted it away, but that's not what happened. And McLane did recover the football. So, Caro has one setback with him in the backfield. and that is Kaiser. And a whole bunch of receivers to the far side of the field. They go the shovel pass in the middle, and this is going to be another touchdown. I think that's the tight end, or tight end / wide receiver, Corwin. And he's a big kid, looks to be about 6'4" or so, and he's got some speed as he showed right there.
Yeah, he took that around the left side of the defense this time. They've been picking on the right side, now they're picking on the left side.
Burkhart to attempt the extra point.
So what is the fast clock, Nick?
We still got to get to the second half.
Okay.
And it's good. And so McLane leads the Dragons by a score of 37-0. We have 2:36 to go in the first quarter.
A special thank you to our sponsors like Mattress & More to bring you Warren Football. Stop in for truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress & More, where every season is recliner season. Located in Warren, PA. A special thank you to our sponsors like Rary's Auto to bring you Warren Football. Need your car door unlocked, your vehicle hauled to your favorite garage, any roadside assistance, or wrecked your vehicle? Call Rary's 814-723-6489. We will get you going. Go Dragons!
All right, shovel pass results in a touchdown. We've seen a lot of different things already tonight from McLane offensively. I think we're not done seeing them, and this ball is going to be into and out of the end zone again. Brennan Burkhart with a strong leg.
Hey, coming up this week in Dragon Athletic Sports on Tuesday, the boys soccer team will be playing Erie. That is on Tuesday, girls soccer is in Meadville, and volleyball is home against Meadville at 7:15. TJ doing a little bit of volleyball action. They are undefeated so far. A close game or a close match last week as they played Fort LaBeouf, went 4 sets. Dragons prevailed on that one.
Yeah, volleyball, it's a lot of fun to watch it. Great sport, and I never realized how much fun it is to watch. All right, Dragons with the football. Be a lot more fun to watch if we can get the ball moving up the field here. And Kaiser's going to dump it off, and he somehow was able to get it to Egger. And Egger is out to the 28-yard line, so he got a good chunk of yardage back with that. That was a great play by Kaiser to keep it alive, and he was able to get the pass off. I thought he was going to be tackled for a loss.
I think he did too, and he kind of tossed that up in desperation. He was running for his life from the General McLane front line, big beefy eaters guys. They were all over him.
They're not just big, they're fast.
Yeah.
And very agile, mobile, hostile, whatever you want to say. The Dragons need 2 yards to get a first down here.
And Parker only goes 6 foot, 155.
And they're going to hand the ball off, and it's going to be the fullback Barnes, and he gets dumped for a loss. Wasn't sure if he got back to the line of scrimmage, but they say no. And so he loses about a yard. Third down. We have not converted yet.
Yeah, they have Zach Barnes playing fullback tonight instead of Zinger.
Zinger was in early. I don't know if maybe he got dinged up a little bit or this was a plan, but at any rate, Zach Barnes is the up back. And they fake it to him. Kaiser will pitch out, and Egger has nowhere to go, and he's dropped at the 25, so another loss, and it's 4th down, and we have to punt the football away. Boy, oh boy, this is a relentless, tenacious, whatever you want to call it, defense, but they're solid. They don't make mistakes. They have not been fooled. Sorry.
And that's the other thing, too, is they're lucky that wasn't taken back the other way. Egger was there to get that. They are lucky that was not going back the other way because Kaiser was dead to rights getting tackled, and he just kind of threw that ball back.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be an option play. And
yeah, that could have worked out well or worked out really badly. And Blum gets it off. Low kick, end over end, fielded at the 44.
Nice,
and
open field
Corbett
tackle.
with a nice tackle. And the guy that was returning the ball for General McLane, number 10, is Caro, Josh Caro.
Corbo was right there waiting for him to make his first move, and the guy thought, oh, I'm going to take, and Corbett put him right down.
Aiden Corbett with a nice solo tackle.
Nice open field tackle.
17 seconds left.
It has been a long quarter. If you're a Dragon fan, especially on homecoming, you don't want to see your team get down by that many points early on in the ball game ever, but especially on a night like this. The upside is we've got Nostradamus here in the booth with us. He's going to pick the homecoming queen before she's announced. All right. Carroll, the quarterback, 17 seconds left in the first quarter, and this will perhaps be the last play of the quarter, and that was almost picked off. Orth was in the vicinity. He tried to hit the wideout on a crossing pattern, and it was almost picked off. Nice play by Orth.
Yeah, got the big paw in there and just broke it up.
He would have been gone if he would have caught that ball because he was past the first wave of players, and he would have been down the sideline.
And Carroll had a little bit of zip on that ball, too, so to get a hand on that ball was pretty fortunate.
All right, they're going to go with a pistol formation. 13 seconds left in the quarter. I want to say half. It seems like it should be halftime right now, but it is not. Carroll's going to pitch the ball, and they'll run wide with it and get about 8 yards.
Carroll pitches to Charlie Bennett.
Bennett was the ball carrier, and the Dragons take him down after a pickup of 8. Noah Bleach over there along with Orth on the tackle. So we're done with one. The score, the General McLane Lancers 37, the Warren Dragons nothing.
Game on. And the weekly specials are on too at Warren Surefine, the area's only locally owned supermarket where you find the low prices you want and the friendly service you love come together. For all of your game day needs and your family grocery shopping needs too, come on over to Warren Surefine, where low prices and local friendly service are both winners. Warren Surefine, your hometown supermarket.
We'd like to thank our sponsors like A&B Heating to bring you Warren Football. A&B Heating, serving your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs since 1953.
I'm Hayden Holden, senior running back for the Dragons. From Lexington Avenue to out-of-town games, listen to Warren Football on 92 Gold, WRRN.
All right, Hayden, we are on Lexington Avenue right now at War Memorial Field. Not a happy evening so far at the ball yard, though. The Dragons are trailing 37-0 to open the second period. With Dave Engstrom, Nick Hoffman, and John Robbins, this is Tim Giuliano. We're glad you're listening on 92 Gold or streaming on 92 Gold, either one. And now they line up differently, and Caro's going to drop back, throws over the middle. He hits his receiver. And he did break a tackle. He's down the sidelines. This could turn into a score, and it will.
Yeah,
wow.
He broke a bunch of tackles with a little juke move there, and like nobody wanted to tackle him.
McConnell was the receiver, number 28.
That should not have even got that far, TJ. They had him dead. They had 3 guys right on him right there near midfield where they had him.
Arm tackle.
They just let him go.
Arm tackles. They never work.
Nobody wanted to tackle him.
You got to hit him with his shoulder and wrap the arms and lift and drive, and nobody did that time. And so it results in a score, and Burkhart will kick again. And he is perfect tonight.
Tucker Bryson on the point after it.
Oh, it's a different kicker.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Didn't look like Burkhart.
It's Tucker Bryson is his name.
Yep.
And he's the backup kicker, and he looks like he's got a pretty strong leg as well. 11:46 to go in the half. The score, 44-0 in favor of General McLane.
This game is being live streamed on 92 Gold's Facebook page, courtesy of the Rouse Estate, Warren County's leader in caring for generations, specializing in skilled nursing and rehabilitation, personal care, home-based services, and children's daycare. Contact us today at 814-563-7565 or online at www.rouse.org.
Back at Memorial Field, and the score is 44-0, General McLane. And they kick off. Clemente watches it go out of the end zone. So, yeah, their kickoffs have been stellar. They haven't missed an extra point. Good kicking game.
For a touchdown.
And the Dragons will assume possession of the football at the 20. We gotta get a first down.
Coming up at halftime,
I mean, we usually
string some stuff together. And
yeah. Usually we're talking about first downs plural, and in this case, we'd be happy to just get one. They are all over the place on defense. It's like we're playing against 22 people, not 11. Got to hand it to McLane. They are solid the whole way around. Kaiser waits in the pistol, sends Blum in motion for the Dragons, and he's going to hand off on a jet sweep, and that goes nowhere. In fact, it's probably going to be a loss of about 1.5 yards.
Charlie Blum takes the handoff, looking to move to his right, taking down behind the line of scrimmage.
And so we've been going backwards just about every possession, and I'm not saying that to down the Dragons. I'm saying it because this is an impressive outfit on defense. They read well, they're physical, and they're very quick. And they don't make a lot of mental errors. We have not seen any penalties tonight. One penalty, right?
Yeah.
One flag. All right, Dragons put 3 in the backfield this time and hand it off, and it's a simple off-tackle play, and it actually ends up getting about 6 yards. Egger,
makes it out to the Dragon 24-yard
even
line.
though he's one of the smaller backs out there, he's powerful, and he demonstrated strength on that play.
Yeah, he was our Mattress More player of the game last week. We'll tell you what we're going to do with our player game coming up, maybe in halftime or at the end of the game, somewhere near that. We'll tell you what's coming up with that.
Okay, Dragons will split 2 wideouts on this side of the field. Egger's the lone setback, and Kaiser will drop. And he's going to be hounded by the defense, and lets it go. What an athletic move, and oh my gosh, that could have gone for a touchdown. Clemente would have been gone.
Yep,
and he caught that. He had it, he bobbled it, he got it again, and then he bobbled it again and lost it.
Yeah, there was nobody near him. He had pure touchdown written on that.
I'll tell you what, that move by Kaiser was amazing. He jumped in the air, twisted his body. It was like a Roger Staubach, Naval Academy jump pass. I'm going back a long way for that. But it was a tremendous athletic play, and he got it right there where Clemente got his hands on it. He just couldn't hold on. That would have been 6 points. Charlie Blum in the punt. And this is a high kick. It will drop and bounce and roll for the Dragons.
It's coming back up to the 49.
Somebody hit it?
Yeah, first touching by Warren at the 49.
Okay, good coverage there by Corbett. I don't know if he was the guy that hit it.
Yeah, Clemente knew he had wide open field on that, and hit him in the hands, and hit the ground. And
it would have been a great play.
It would have been.
Because that was a heck of a move by Kaiser to get up in the air and just get his body torqued so he could throw the ball around the defender. And he hit him in the hands just a little bit too far for him to handle it. All right, 1st and 10 McLane. They've scored on every possession so far. They've even scored when they didn't have the ball, a la the safety. And this time, Caro pitches it, more or less in a shovel pass. And they've got a bevy of backs that are elusive. And we'll see which one carried it there.
Am I looking at this right, John? They've only ran the ball twice. Because that was a shovel pass.
2nd down for the Lancers.
That was number 4 of Montroy who got the ball.
43.
So McLane, 2nd down and about 4 to go. And Matt Caro steps up, gets the snap, hands the ball off. They go up the middle. They're getting big yardage, and they've got another 1st down. Whole bunch of Dragons.
Bennett.
Brought him down. It was Bennett, the ball carrier.
He makes it down to the Warren.
That will take
line,
Chains
played on the 1st down.
up the field. It's another 1st and 10 for McLane. They lead 44-0. We have 9:10 to go in the first half. And it has been a rough homecoming night in Warren so far. Twin receivers out to the right side. Montroy is in the slot. And Carroll waits, gets the ball. And they're just going to hand it off and go up the middle. And this is another
Charlie Bennett takes
first down. Bennett, the ball carrier.
Tackle left. Makes it
Brought down.
Warren, 15-yard line. First down.
Bennett's a speedster there, TJ. He's got some.
He's got some quickness, and they don't have a slow back. None that I've seen so far tonight.
And I was saying, it's nothing like there's anything fancy on these run plays. It's just when you've thrown the ball so successfully, it's hard for the defense to all of a sudden adjust to the run, especially with a back as fast.
Well, they have Warren spread out on defense now, and that nullifies their run stop. Oh, nice job by Corbett to bring down number 4, Montroy.
That's his second good open field tackle. He had one on the punt, and now when he arm tackled Caro on the run.
Grabbed him by the jersey and just spun him right down. And so it's second down, and they need to get to the 6-yard line. 7:52 remaining in the first half. A reminder, homecoming ceremonies at halftime. Featuring Dave Engstrom.
Yeah.
Hand off, and they go up the middle, and then he reverses field, gets out to the left, and will be in the end zone. Nice job there by number 36. That is Bennett. Charlie Bennett. And they've had, I think, 8 different players carry the ball tonight for them, and they've all had good runs.
Yeah, like you said, Nick, that was a nothing special run that should have just been snuffed out at the beginning. But there was, like, nobody around to tackle him.
No, there wasn't. Once he broke it to the left, he was out of there. Nobody was going to catch him. Here's the extra point attempt. They have been perfect tonight with those. Does not matter who the kicker is.
It looks like it's Bryson again.
Oh, low snap, but they are able to get the hold, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 7:33 to go in the half, the score is General McLane 51 and the Dragons nothing. And guys, what do you say to your team at halftime? This is probably the most discouraging game we've had this year as far as, being a one-sided contest. I mean, even the last game where we scored 21, there were times when we were in it and might have been able to do something.
Yeah, you just got to keep telling them to plug away. Plug away. Hey, Erie High is leading Oil City 20-14. That's in the third quarter. Let's see anything else we got coming up. Conneaut 6-0 over Slippery Rock. Sharon is leading Grove City 14-0. Hickory's leading Titusville 27-0. Fairview and Fort LaBeouf tied at 7. And that's Cathedral Prep is leading McDowell 7-3.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Yep.
And the return of the kickoff gets out to the 27-yard line, making the 28. And that was Clemente bringing the ball back. I really do want to see him break one. He could use it tonight, just as a little, something different. It's been all McLane.
First and 10 Dragons spot the ball.
I would expect that they will be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, they have to get through their next 3 games with Meadville, Cathedral Prep, and Hickory, and that should show them how playoff ready they are.
All right, Dragons are in the pistol formation. Egger's the deep back. They're going to send Charlie Blum in motion. And they hand to Egger, and he goes off tackle, and he'll get about 3. That's been about the most successful play we've had tonight when we give the ball to Egger and get an extra blocker out there like Blum.
Right tackle gains 3 yards, second 7 for Warren.
We've tried the jet sweep. That didn't work at all. And it seems like just going straight ahead and using Egger's quickness and his strength.
And low center of gravity.
Low center of gravity, yeah. I mean, he's about my height. That's low.
Yeah, it's kind of low.
Geez, you didn't say no. You're not short.
I What? I didn't hear you down there.
All right. Kaiser scrambling, trying to stay free of the rush, and he sets up and tries to duck another tackler and is down. And did he fumble?
Yes, he did.
But
It's
I
still
think he got
Warren's
it back.
ball.
Okay. He was being spun on the ground, and the ball popped out, and they say it is Warren football.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. Hey, coming up also at halftime, we have the poetic stylings of John Robbins. He'll be telling us some of the good stuff that he knows about and some of the stuff he doesn't know about. Like,
There's nothing he doesn't know about.
like his interview coming up to be the head football coach at Pitt.
We'll talk about that and more with halftime.
I'm sure you will.
You're going to be talking about, oh no, you'll be basking in the glory of picking the right homecoming queen candidate.
Thanks for the...
All right, they send Clemente out to the near side. It's a power I formation. And Kaiser drops back, and he's going to feel some heat.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
And he runs to the sideline and wisely throws it out of bounds. Incomplete.
He's getting a little more protection, but not very much.
He's running for his life most plays back there.
He is.
And I have to give him credit because he's making something out of nothing sometimes. I mean, granted, we haven't gained a lot of yardage. That one play where he had Clemente open and hit him, that to me was the best effort I've seen so far. Okay, Dragons break the huddle, and Blum is in punt formation. And Charlie kicks a low line drive, and it takes a Dragon roll, and this is going to really flip the field, so to speak, at the 31-yard line of General McLane, and that's where they'll start. I like Charlie's rugby-style kicking. He's been very effective with that as far as getting distance between where the ball is and where it's going to be. And McLane, however, they've scored from every position they've had the ball so far. And they have plenty of time, 5:35 to go in the half. So they'll look to the sideline and get the play call. And all right, it's a pistol set. Caro gets the ball, shovel pass up the middle, and the Dragons stop that after a gain of about 6. Flags fly at the end of the play. And making the tackle for the Dragons is, I think it's Zinger, 30. Maybe Coach Crickey's going to employ him on defense a little more than on offense.
Called against the Lancers.
That's their second penalty tonight, second of 2.
Did you see what happened, Nick?
It was a hold.
Just an interior lineman?
Yeah. Right around the runner.
Well, it puts them back on their own 27. And the Lancers have 5:16 with which to work in the first half. We hope you'll stay with us for halftime. Both bands will perform, I would imagine, and this time they're going to go with a draw play up the middle. It gets about 6 or 7 yards, and they'll spot the ball at the 32. Yep, Zinger getting some defensive opportunity.
Takes it up to the General McLane 32-yard line. It's 2nd and 9.
And he comes out and replaces Oyola.
Homecoming festivities are coming up at halftime.
4:30 to go in the half. Playing with the football. It is 2nd and long. They need to get to the 41-yard line. Dragon defense bunched in the middle. And this time it's going to be a quarterback keeper going to the left. And Caro gets knocked down
around the left edge.
After a gain of about 3.
Gains about 4. Looks like 3rd and 5, General McLane. At the 36-yard line.
That was one thing I did like about Girard's homecoming last week when they bring in the convertibles onto the track, and that was just kind of a nice way to do that.
Oh yeah, they did it up right. That's for sure.
The parade was
I'm still
another
mad
story.
about that.
Josh Caro is the quarterback. His brother was the quarterback. They have a substantial lead, so they get the younger guys into the ball game. This is a draw up the middle, and it is going to be close. I think he got enough for the first down.
The tackle actually brought him across the first down marker.
Noah Bleach was the guy that hit him initially. 3:28 remaining in the half. And we will crown a new homecoming queen shortly. And McLane sets up, trips to the near side now. Dragons go with a blitz, and he broke 2 tackles, and Warren almost let him go free, but finally we get in there, and that's Corbett in on the stop. Also for the Dragons, number 13, and that's Patrick Ross, his first action of the evening, and he did a great job right there. So coach is putting some younger guys in there, give them some experience and see what they can do.
Yeah, let them get some varsity experience.
This game is pretty much out of reach at 51-0 with 2:38 to go before halftime. It has been all General McLane, and they year in and year out have good teams, and this is no different. They send a man in motion, and they're going to go with a jet sweep. And that is Montroy who gets knocked out of bounds.
It's hard to believe it's been almost 20 years since Astorino and Wilson and that crew who won I can't remember if they won the state title or not that year, but yeah, Drew Astorino went on to play at Penn State. Bleedy Ray Wilson went on to play in the pros.
I think he was with Tennessee.
Tennessee, yep, that was one of them. And yeah. So they had that team was loaded that year. And
these guys are pretty darn good too.
Didn't we play that? I think we played them twice that year.
In basketball or
no,
football?
In football.
Oh,
we played them, then we played them first playoff game, yeah.
Oh, they were loaded with talent. But this team is also loaded with talent, and they're showing it tonight as they have a huge lead on the Dragons on homecoming night. Pitch back, sweep left, and gain of about 5 as the Dragons now doing a little bit more effective work on defense as it is a 3rd and long now. They need to get to the Warren 48-yard line to move the sticks. I would imagine that they're not going to do anything foolish here, and they'd probably be content to just run the ball, and well, no, they're going to put it up. And they've got a receiver, and he is open, and it is a catch, and it's close to a first down. Again, it's Montroy, number 4. Well, they moved the sticks on that one. I didn't think he quite had enough yardage, but they spotted him.
Yeah, he had it.
So it does move the chains. We still have plenty of time, 1:26 to go.
And he went out of bounds, so.
Stop the clock, and McLane gets to run another play. They are well beyond what's necessary for a fast clock in the second half, that's for sure. And Josh Caro shovel pass, and that was might be the first time Donnie Burke got the ball.
Yep, we sniffed that one out pretty good. Of course, we've seen it enough so far.
First time he got the ball. Yeah, he's got to be about 6'5". He's a big kid. And they line up. 1:02 to go in the half. And Caro sees movement and hands the ball off. They go up the middle, and that's a nice pickup into Dragon territory at the 32-yard line.
Takes the handoff down to the Dragon 33-yard line. First down, Lancers.
That was Seth Mulligan on the carry.
It's probably about the 9th or 10th guy who's carried the football tonight for them. Yep. They're spreading the wealth around. Caro waits for the ball. And he throws it. Oh, my gosh, I thought we were going to pick that one off. I think it was Clemente. No, it was Minio, I believe, who had a shot. He could have intercepted that. Burke was the receiver. And they did move the chains again. Now, 23 seconds, and the clock is running. Can the Dragons hold them and prevent them from scoring here? Carroll's going to roll right this time. Looks toward the end zone, lets it fly. He's got a receiver. It's Montroy, and it's a touchdown. So they just answered that question. General McLane firing on all cylinders tonight. The Dragons unable to stop them. This is makes it 57-0 pending the extra point. They have not had to punt yet.
No, because they've scored on every possession. And that was Josh Carroll who threw that one.
Yep. Threw it just like his brother.
Yeah.
Hit the target right on the money, led him perfectly, and he had gotten behind the secondary. And here's the extra point attempt, and it is good. And so we have 10 seconds left in the half, and McLean has widened its lead to 57-0. And I don't know. You know, they've got a lot of second string guys in there. They want to try to impress their coach and show what they can do. I really don't have a problem with them doing what they're doing. They're not. I don't think they're trying to rub it in on us. It doesn't feel that way to me. So, but it's just that they're a very talented football team, and they're doing everything right tonight. And they pay, except for what? We've had one penalty all night.
There's been 3.
3?
Yeah, 2 by McLean, 1 by us.
Okay.
Actually 4. I believe there's been 3 holds on McLean and the delay of game on Warren.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten the delay of game.
I thought we had 2 delay games. Nope, they called timeout. Never mind.
Still relatively penalty-free, and just talent, and they're schooled very well. All right, here's the kickoff. It will be taken by Clemente at the 10. He is running for the near sideline and still on his feet, hesitates, drops, and goes in the other direction, and they take him down at the 35-yard line. That uses up the clock. And we are now at halftime with the score. The General McLean Lancers 58 and the Warren Dragons nothing.
We want to thank our sponsors like Superior Tire and Rubber to help bring you Warren football. Superior Tire and Rubber is hiring at almost all manufacturing positions and skill levels, offering the best benefits for employment in the area with starting wages far above other employers. Open interviews held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or visit www.superiortire.com/careers. Start your new career with Superior Tire today. A special thank you to our sponsors like Mattress & More to bring you Warren football. Stop in for truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress & More, where every season is recliner season. Located in Warren, PA. A special thank you to our sponsors like Rary's Auto to bring you Warren football. Need your car door unlocked, your vehicle hauled to your favorite garage, any roadside assistance, or wrecked your vehicle? Call Rary's 814-723-6489. We will get you going. Go Dragons!
I'm Corey Ristaw. I'm a junior. I'm on injury reserve for the Dragons football team, bringing you the hits all season on 92 Gold, WRRN.
Okay, we're back at halftime here. Warren homecoming game. They're trailing General McLean 58-0. At the half, it's demoralizing when you're on the short end of a score like that. And we've talked about this before. If the Dragons have been down by a ton of points, what do you say to your team at halftime? And John, you're a coach. You tell me what you would say in this situation.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not even, okay,
nope.
No, nothing.
Nope.
Silent locker room?
Yeah.
Okay.
This bad?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's why I asked. You're the coach, and you've had plenty of experience with these. I'm sure you've had some games where your team's been, beaten up a little bit.
I've been beaten up this bad. I've beaten up teams this bad. I mean, it's there's two sides of the coin, and if you're General McLane, I mean, at this point, you just keep going. It is difficult because football is a little bit different than lacrosse, but in the sense of, I mean, I guess you have to say something, but it comes to a point in which you can't lie to the kids. They know that they're not. They're not not giving up enough effort. They're just outclassed. And if you try to pump them up, it just brings it down further. And at some point, you just have to throw them down. And you don't want to, but you have to at least have them come out in the second half and give effort. And if you continue to say, "Oh, we can play with them," at some point they know you're lying. You have to continue to push them to give effort and never give up. And we haven't seen this team give up at all, so I don't think that's really the problem this year. So the question being is, how do you make them come back out of the locker room and continue that stretch of not giving up in any game they've played? I mean, that's a tall task considering the scenario. I mean, 58-0. I mean, this is a good football team. This General McLane team, I think Nick was right on the money that they are the best team to see all year. They're a good ball club, and I think top to bottom, I mean, they are. I think top end talent wise, I think last year they were, a quarterback and wide receiver one maybe better, but I think this is a better top to bottom squad. Defensively, offensively, they spread the ball around much more than they did last year. I mean, they only had the brothers, and that is made what the difference. And we'll see what happens in the second half. I think those guys are done for the night. I mean, they can take an early shower, and that's it. I think except for Josh Cairo, I think what he's shown, 4 for 53 and a touchdown, is quite impressive. I mean, Matt, his brother, has more touchdowns than he has incompletions. He's 12 for 16 for 232, and he's had a night. I mean, and here's the thing is that it's okay, you can do all that on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, you can do, they're doing it pretty well. But I guess we're going to go to break here, so we'll come back in a couple minutes right here on 92 Gold.
Game on! And the weekly specials are on too at Warren Surefine, the area's only locally owned supermarket where you find the low prices you want and the friendly service you love come together. For all of your game day needs and your family grocery shopping needs too, come on over to Warren Surefine, where low prices and local friendly service are both winners. Warren Surefine, your hometown supermarket.
We'd like to thank our sponsors like A&B Heating to bring you Warren Football. A&B Heating, serving your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs since 1953.
I'm Jacob Redder, center for the Dragons football. Now back to the action at Old Ball Yard on 92 Gold WRRN.
Okay, we're back at the Old Ball Yard, as Jacob Redder has told us. It's 58-0. We are at halftime, and I guess I'm just going to stand here and talk by myself because TJ looks like he doesn't even want to talk to me tonight.
Sure, I want to talk to you.
No,
you're
you don't.
Nostradamus Engstrom.
Yeah. Well, we'll give you back to John Robbins. He has some more things to say. We just wanted to check a little something going on, so
make sure
our equipment's working right, and I'll be back to tell you who the homecoming queen is.
Now, he said that with confidence. I like that. There was no wavering in his voice when he said it. He knew he was going to choose the right candidate for homecoming.
Yeah, I guess he might be back in the saddle of being correct. I'm not quite sure if I don't know. He's been on a slump as of late.
Happens to the best.
Just sometimes you just need that game where you go 3 for 4 and 2 RBIs and you're good. But I mean, we'll see what Dave Stradamus does in this halftime.
Dave Stradamus, I like that.
We'll see what he does. I mean, all the faith to him. I mean, I've seen it live. I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it happen in real time. I mean, I just think it's a quiet slump for the old
batter in the batter's box. I think he'll be good. I think he'll step back into the role. And
Yeah, we look for him to bounce back tonight.
yeah, big bounce back spot for the Dave Stradamus over there.
Shout out to Aiden Corbett, number 3, who's playing trumpet in the band right now at halftime. I think that's great. It shows his versatility. He's involved in different things, and it's nice to see the participation.
Racking up the extracurriculars. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I would presume he has a high GPA. Seems like a smart kid. Every time Dave talks about him when he does the Coach's Corner, it's a high regard for Aiden Corbett and a lot of the younger guys on the team coming up to the pipeline. So all credit to them. But
well, they work very hard, and you can tell.
Yeah,
that they do
there's
that. They're very
improvement.
dedicated.
There's improvement this year, and tonight is not the best representation of that. But also, you're going against a very good ball club tonight.
Yeah, and to finish your point about General McLane, I think when you said, top to bottom, they're as good as any team they've had in a long time. They are. They have no weaknesses that I can really see. They're solid everywhere. Their defense swarms. They stay home when they have to. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They had very few penalties, and the ones they did have, they overcame. But they're just a solid club, and as far as an entertainment thing, it's fun to watch the skill level that they have, because they do have it.
I mean, their only loss in the year is to Du Bois, who is a 5A team out in District 9, and they've been a consistently good power offensively. And now they just kind of rolled their schedule in D10. The only real game they've had close was Corey, who they still beat 49-18. I mean, they crushed Harbor Creek 28-0. They crushed Oil City 28-7. They've been rolling every week, and they're coming off a 42-20 win over Fort LaBeouf last week. I mean, this is a good ball club, trying to win back-to-back D10 titles for the first time since that run in 05-06. And this is a good football team. I mean, and this coach, Marshall McCormick, he came in with a lot of question marks 4 seasons ago. He was the young guy. And last year we were talking about him and Cody Butt being 2 of the youngest high school coaches in the region, and now Marshall McCormick, blink, and he's almost at 30 wins as a head coach and a District 10 title and all these sorts of things. And I mean, he has a long coaching career ahead of him. We'll see if all of it is at General McLane. I could see him moving up in the ranks to, bigger schools, but here's the thing: is that you can't discount General McLane. They have the backing, they have the tradition. I don't know why he would want to move, but we'll see. I mean, there's still a lot of time for him to grow and prosper as a coach. I mean, I'm sure with this age, the end goal, as it is with every coach that starts a program in Western Pennsylvania and Pennsylvania as a whole, is to win a state championship. And I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility of a school that's won it. And it's going to be a long road, but he's 4 seasons in, and as I said, in the blink of an eye, he's almost at 30 wins as Dave Stromas is doing stretches in the press box to get ready for this. Calisthenics.
Nostra yoga.
Yeah. Just ignore him. If we ignore him, he, oh no, he's grabbing the microphone. Oh, who would let him do it?
He's ready.
But, I mean, first D10 title in 18 years for him, and he did it last year, and he could go back-to-back this year. So we'll see what happens.
Well, impressive record, and when you watch them play, you know why they're good. You know why they win. They're fundamentally extremely sound. They're well coached. They don't make a lot of errors. And again, even if you don't have a lot of talent, you can do it. Now we're going to kind of give the microphone to Dave Engstrom here as they announce.
Yep. No pressure, right? No pressure.
No, there's tons of pressure.
Last year's homecoming queen, I think it was Grace Carr. She'll be crowning the new queen tonight. The king will be crowned tomorrow night at the homecoming dance up at the high school.
Nice to see they do it at the high school still. I mean, I know some places have moved it to banquet halls and this, that, or the other, but I mean, we'll see. Dave, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. Not like there's any pressure on me anymore.
There's pressure.
No, there is total pressure.
There's pressure to reestablish yourself.
Okay.
Our nominees for homecoming queen. First, Alyssa Arid. Alyssa is the daughter of Joe and Sheila.
So going
I think I may go back to where it all started when I picked the first one. And if you remember what that was, TJ, I'll give you.
What was it, third from the left?
Nope, it was on the 40-yard line.
Oh, at the 40-yard line.
This 40-yard line.
What's her name, Brooke?
Huh?
Last name Brooke? Melissa Brooke?
Who's that?
The first one you picked?
I don't know.
I think it might have been.
I think so.
Yeah. This girl's name's Alyssa also.
Yep.
How about that?
Next.
She might be standing at the 40, too. Might be a sign.
Uh-oh, that's true. Where they stand means a lot.
Lauren is escorted by her father, Brian Fabic, and Connie McKeon.
Lauren Fabic?
Lauren is a member of the volleyball and track teams.
So not to ignore from the homecoming festivities, Dave, what are you thinking about the second half? What are you saying to the team if you're in there?
I'm saying play your game.
Oh, I said say nothing.
Just go in there and sit and look at each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Silence can be uncomfortable.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, you're already in an uncomfortable spot.
Why not
Yeah.
magnify it?
Yeah. I mean, this is a team that's going to give effort, so why? I mean, there's nothing else you can really say. I don't think that their effort has ever been questioned in a game this year.
No, I think they played hard.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's ever been really a debate for anybody.
Up next, Lorelei Johnson.
Lorelei Johnson being introduced now. She will stand on the 50. So we are 2 candidates away from where I'm going to call it from.
It's a big moment.
But I don't know. Alyssa on the opposite 40.
Nope. The first time I picked it was on the right 40.
I think you're buying too much into going back to old reliable.
I got to get back on pace. I'm on a two-game losing streak, and I only got one more to make it up next week. Because we will be at Oil City's homecoming next week.
If you go over for the 2025 season, do you retire?
No.
Okay. This is almost as the level of Lee Corso's headgear pick.
I know. That's a good analogy. I mean,
Isabella Canup coming out now?
And Lee Corso just stepped down. He retired.
Yes. Well, might be a sign, Dave.
There are no. This will work.
You watch, Dave.
What bargaining have you done lately in order to get back?
A lot of bargaining.
Oh boy.
Someday he'll be reporting to us from Bristol, Connecticut.
Oh, is it only now? Dave Engstrom has taken a second mortgage out in order to bargain for.
Sophia Live with Sophia in STEM.
Some people just have gifts, and he's got it. He's got the ability. I can tell he's gonna.
Listen, I've seen it live. I'm just doubting him to try and jinx it back into his favor.
Victoria
Victoria
Solberg.
Solberg will be the homecoming queen tonight.
All right, Victoria. I'm going to go against you. I'm going the opposite 40. I'm going the first Alyssa.
Aaron?
What?
Alyssa Aaron?
Yep. I think there's too many things adding up.
Tori is a member of the Warren girls basketball team also.
Yes, she is.
And she will be standing on the lucky 40-yard line.
I'm going the opposite 40. I'm going YMCA side 40.
I wonder if Nick wants to weigh in here.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Choice. I'm going to stay neutral tonight. But if I were going to choose somebody,
see, she's already drying the eye, wetting the eyes. She knows. She knows.
You notice that from here?
I do. Yep.
Are they sure you're not your tears?
Eagle Eye.
Are they sure you're not your tears?
Nope. See, she's got a lot of clapping.
I think there's been other louder ones.
Congratulations to all of tonight's nominees. At this time, we are pleased to welcome last year's homecoming queen. To crown our new queen, let's hear it for Noelle Alexander.
I was wrong. It was Noelle Alexander last year.
And she's accompanied by the
dragon
mascot.
The dragon.
That's actually where Nick is. He is the dragon.
Actually, I did get to meet the dragon once.
Did you?
Yes, I shook hands with the dragon.
And now,
were you scared?
For the moment you've all been waiting for.
I was petrified, but I kept my composure.
Okay, good. Didn't breathe fire.
Warren
oh, here we go.
Area High School homecoming queen is Alyssa Aaron.
I told you, 40-yard line.
Yeah,
that's what I told you.
Who called it? I thought you were overthinking it.
No.
Engstrom is on a streak of his own. and it's not a good one.
No, it's not. I'm on a 3-game losing streak. What are you doing?
I'm trying to shake your hand.
Okay.
Fair game.
It's a 40-yard line, so.
Well, I said that you were overthinking.
I was just on the wrong 40-yard line.
Alyssa and 40-yard line. That checks out twice over the other.
I believe I also chose her.
Yeah.
So now I'm on a 3-game losing streak.
And I'm on a 1-game winning streak, so I'm going to.
Is Oil City's homecoming next Friday?
Yes.
Well, you get the bounce back Friday.
Yeah, now we are now 4-3.
Oh. You started out so
it
hot.
all started with Titusville last year.
Much like the Pittsburgh Steelers, you started hot and then fell flat on your face.
Yeah.
Well,
we apologize, everyone. It's just not a good night for Dave. His frequencies are a little off.
Yeah.
But I got it back on track with the 40. I just wasn't dialed in on which 40 I should have been on.
Telling you, I tried to tell you. I tried. I tried.
Hang in there, everybody. He's going to get his mojo back someday.
Yep. It's all about the 40-yard line here at the old ball yard. That's where the homecoming queens
I feel like there's some impartial judging here. The Dragon was very much happy for that scenario.
Yeah.
Well, the Dragon would have been happy for any Warren Dragon student.
I would hope so.
You would think so.
I'm sure that the Dragon is happy with whoever wins.
I hope.
And might get his or her picture taken with the winner tonight.
With said other fellow Dragon.
Yes.
Said the only other one of us who has ever met the other Dragon.
I'm happy for Alyssa Aaron.
Well,
I'm sad for Dave Engstrom.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing: is that TJ is also a Dragon.
Yes, he is. So
and so is Nick.
Let's take a look at some scores. Let's get off this subject now until next week.
Yeah, let's just get away from that, right?
I need time to think. So Oil City has taken the lead over Erie High, 21-20 in the fourth. Cochranton is losing to Cambridge Springs 21-0. Northwestern has a 27-0 lead over Iroquois. Conneaut's leading Slippery Rock 14-7. Sharon is leading Grove City 21-7. Hickory all over Titusville tonight 34-0. And let's see, Fort LaBeouf is leading Fairview 14-7. Meadville leading Franklin 42-3. And at halftime, McDowell is leading Cathedral Prep 10-7.
The rivalry, the game.
Yeah, it is.
I saw pictures all week of students marking out the M's all through Prep's building on 12th Street. So that was, or 10th Street, sorry.
Nice.
2 streets up. I mean, I didn't realize how deep it went until I moved up here.
Oh, McDowell versus Prep.
Oh my goodness.
That's a
big time.
You just find a way to win. You don't care how you do it. You just find a way. I mean, also some of the legends that have gone through that game. James Conner, Bob Sanders, I mean, the many others I'm sure I'm blanking on. But, I mean, that's a heck of a game. I mean, you can watch it. I would love for everybody to stay here. I keep bumping into. You can watch on ENN Plus. John Leidick's on the call for that game. Also in the Lilly Broadcasting family. Just wanted to give a shout out to him. But
yeah, that's
but please stay tuned in. We would love all Dragon fans and faithful to keep tuned in for this homecoming game. But I mean, I'm impressed by this McLane offense. It's fun to watch. Unfortunately, it's against Warren, but I had to give them credit where credit is due. They're fun to watch. They're explosive.
Yep.
They run the ball really well, which is a thing that I mean, from the stats, would have never expected. But they do it in big chunks. They do a lot of inside zone and all those sorts of things. And I mean, we'll see what they do in the second half. But I'm pretty excited.
I was impressed with the initial drive they had because they came right out and it was up-tempo. They threw the ball 6 or 7 times in a row, and that was not what I would have expected coming from them because they usually, you know, set things up with their running game, at least most of the times we've played them. And so that was a rather unique opening, I thought.
So the second half will have 8-minute running quarters.
That's what Nick was telling me, 8-minute quarters.
I've seen this once before, but it was only because they were trying to avoid a rainstorm. Albert Gallatin, Penn Trafford ended up 70-0.
Ouch.
Yeah. Albert Gallatin proceeded to leave the Whitfield the following year.
So who do you think has the best stadium field in the Pittsburgh area?
Ooh. Penn Trafford's high up there. Gateway's pretty high up there.
Okay.
Hampton's got a pretty good school setup.
Okay.
That's kind of underrated. NA's got a good one. North Allegheny. Pittsburgh Central Catholic, they go to some cool places. I might give the nod to them because technically their primary home field is Carnegie Mellon,
Right.
and I've called a game from Carnegie Mellon. That's a pretty cool place to watch a game. It's right in the middle of Oakland, right in the campus of Carnegie Mellon. Beautiful architecture.
Right.
Right in the middle of campus, and for a high school football game, that place gets rocking.
Cool.
I'd say, well, that's kind of unfair because it's a college stadium.
Right.
Like Beaver Falls plays at Geneva, and that's a cool place to call a game and
Right.
watch a game, but that's a college stadium, so it's a little bit unfair.
Right.
Peters is a cool setup, but it West Mifflin is a pretty cool place, but it's smaller press box. There's a lot of good places. Mount Lebo's decent. Upper St. Clair, they just redid their press box. It's a whole wing of a building.
Oh, nice.
And it's pretty cool, two-sided. I said that's probably the best one.
So we mentioned what we're going to do with the player of the game. Coming up, once we nominate the player of the game, when I go up to interview the coach, we're going to do like a little 5-minute interview with him, and we'll play that during halftime. So whoever gets player of the game gets a little airtime, and we'll get to talk to them, find out their thoughts and stuff, and what their goals are for the rest of the season. So that we just came up with that idea on Wednesday. John and I did. So.
Yep.
We're gonna test it out. We're gonna move it into basketball season too. So we'll be.
Don't give me any credit. This was you, Dave. You were the one that came up with the idea.
Stop.
Yes. I mean, I think it's a great idea. Get the credit where credit is due.
We'll do it during basketball season too. So we'll have a little bit of halftime talk with the players via tape delay. So yeah, it should be something pretty good. Just so you, the audience, can get to know these players, because like Aiden Egger, who has been our player of the game the past 3 weeks. He's only a sophomore, and he's got a good story to tell. Aiden Corbett, sophomore, good story to tell. Kaiser, freshman, quarterback, we got a lot of stuff to present to you, so that's what we're going to do.
Sounds good. Looking forward to that. And we are going to be running a fast clock with, you said, 8-minute quarters.
8-minute quarters.
So the Dragons currently face a 58-point mountain climb. And this is probably as good a team as you guys said earlier that we'll see all season long. Clemente with the opening kickoff takes it out to the 30, and the Dragons will start there first and 10.
Returns it past the 30-yard line of the Dragons.
So Parker Kaiser and company will set up shop and see if we can start moving the football a little bit here. We have to get a first down before we can do much more than that. We haven't done that yet tonight, believe it or not. Now, McLane, I'm going to look at, we have some new players in there. Matter of fact, they may have a whole second-team defense in, which that's what you would expect with a lead as big as this one. And so Kaiser directs his team. We have a diamond out to the left. 4 receivers bunched. And he's going to throw. And it is complete. Egger's got it, and Egger will go forward for about 5 yards.
Well, that was brand new for them.
Got him in space and gave a little running room, and he took advantage of it. Now we only need 5 more for a first down. And a reminder, the clock will continue to run. So Kaiser gets the play from the OC and sends his receivers out. And he's got Clemente to the near side. Check that. or to the far side. It is Clemente. And he hands the ball up the middle, and the Dragons are close to a first down, but not quite the yardage they needed. Egger again.
So, Nick, explain to people about the fast clock. It only stops when?
It'll only stop on officials' timeouts or team timeouts. So, officials' timeout, injuries, scores, turnovers. It's brief on the turnover until get the ball switched out, and then it'll start again. But last year they changed it to where it no longer starts. Stops after a first down, so we help keep things moving.
Kaiser out of the eye, will quarterback sneak, and he might have it. I think he does. Just a kind of a tush-push play, and he is going to move the sticks for the first time tonight, and the Dragons get a first down.
First down Dragons at their own 33-yard line.
Warren keeps the football, and they get a new set of downs. And this might be as good field position as they've been able to experience so far tonight. Ball's at the 43. And they're in the eye again. This time they will pitch. Egger goes left. Egger at the 50, the 45, and finally down at the 43.
On the pitch.
And they'll move the sticks again.
Makes it to the McLane.
Mind you, this is not the same exact defense we saw earlier in the ball game for McLane. They've got a lot of their reserves in, but nonetheless, Dragons getting some positive yardage here. It'd be really nice if we could get a score and avert a shutout. I'm sure the kids would feel a lot better. And so the Dragons break their huddle. We're at 4:55 left in the third. And it's an I formation again. Kaiser will hand to Egger, and he gets stood up, and probably not anything more than a line of scrimmage on that play.
He got about, like I said, TJ back to the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be second down and almost, I'll call it 9.
Oh, gave him a yard on that play.
Tonight we'll take it.
Yep.
All right, Barnes is the fullback. Egger at tailback. Blum split to the near side. And rolling out is Kaiser. He pitches it. Egger lost it and got it back. That pitch, in all fairness, was behind Egger a little bit, and he did well to just hold on to that football.
Yeah.
I think Parker was a little anxious and tried to just shove it at him, and that resulted in a near fumble.
I think that's another one too. That as Parker gets a little older, he knows that he's probably just got to hold on to that himself, because those pitches like that generally don't result in anything good happening.
No, sometimes you have to eat it, and you're absolutely right, Nick. Oh, wow, we almost got a football in here. The cheerleaders are throwing them up into the stands.
Got some good arms on that one.
Yeah. All right, Kaiser hands it off. Egger bounces it outside. Egger still going, 40, 35, and finally down inside the 35.
Egger.
He's not giving up tonight.
Sweeping to his left. Makes it to the Jenna McLane 35-yard line.
You're right, he's only a sophomore. I like watching this kid play.
Yeah.
He's definitely got the desire. He works out hard, and he's a bright spot for the Dragons and something that they can build on next season. All right, they split Blum to the near side. I believe Orth is far away. And this time, quarterback sneak, and ball popped out. Did it come out, or was he down? I think it was Kaiser who just quarterback sneaked it.
To me, it looked like that ball was out.
It did pop up.
But they are discussing it. They're discussing it.
Ball came out near the end of that.
Yes, it's General McLane's ball.
Okay, so he was not down before the ball came out. Otherwise,
Ball sits at the McLane 26-yard line.
well, the Dragon offense is coming off the field.
There might be an inadvertent whistle.
So they'll blow it dead wherever the whistle happened?
Yeah, Warren's ball.
No, okay, it's going to be Warren's ball. I'll say the way they were.
So the Dragons catch a break right there. I couldn't tell for sure if the ball was out or not.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But Warren, I don't know. The way they were discussing it with the Warren captains made it look like there could have been something, but I'm not sure. It's still Warren's ball, though.
So the Dragons have the ball. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of General McLane.
27.
And it's a pitch back. Egger, and he gets nothing. That's a good job by the left side of that defensive line to string that one out. Making the tackle for General McLane, number 21. That is Jack Naroniak.
Yeah, he had no blockers on that. He was just stuck out in there in space with nowhere to go.
Naroniak, linebacker who chased that play, and so it brings up a 3rd down, and the Dragons, or check that, 2nd down, and the Dragons need to get to the 17-yard line. We have 1:19 left in the 3rd period here at Memorial Field. It is homecoming. Warren on the short end of a 58-0 score at the moment, but the Dragons moving the ball. And Kaiser looks downfield, throws the ball. He's got Blum, I believe, is the guy that made the catch, and he's
down around the 20.
Yeah, it's not enough for a 1st down, but he did make a sizable gain on that play. We're inside of a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. The Dragons, I am sure, are going to try to do everything they can to get points here.
I think the Dragons thought this was don't let McLean touch the ball the rest of the game.
Yeah. I said this is as long as it's not an incomplete pass or run out of bounds, this will be the last play they have to run in the 3rd quarter.
So Warren comes up with the power I formation, and Barnes is the up back, Egger tailback. And McLean showing blitz. They got everybody in the box. Egger dodges a tackler. 20, 15, 10. Inside the 10, down to the 8. And Egger with a nice run there. That'll move the sticks. And that will most likely end the 3rd quarter, as I believe the Dragons are going to probably wait to run their next play. And that's exactly what will happen. So we have completed 3 quarters of play at Memorial Field. The score, General McLane, Lancers 58, Warren Dragons 0.
This game is being live streamed on 92 Gold's Facebook page, courtesy of the Rouse Estate, Warren County's leader in caring for generations, specializing in skilled nursing and rehabilitation, personal care, home-based services, and children's daycare. Contact us today at 814-563-7565 or online at www.rouse.org. We want to thank our sponsors like Superior Tire and Rubber to help bring you Warren football. Superior Tire and Rubber is hiring at almost all manufacturing positions and skill levels, offering the best benefits for employment in the area with starting wages far above other employers. Open interviews held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or visit www.superiortire.com/careers. Start your new career with Superior Tire today.
Okay, we're back here at Memorial Field. The Dragons more or less buried under a mountain of points on their homecoming night, but this is as good a team as we're going to see this year. Probably the best team that we'll see all year. And McLane, solid everywhere. They've had, we're going to choose a player of the game, we're going to choose a play of the game. They've had a lot of both.
Yep.
So,
coming up at the end of the game. Player of the game being brought to you by Mattress & More. Play of the game being brought to you by Warren Surefine.
Okay, Dragons have the ball inside the 10. It is 1st and goal from, let's say, the 9, because that's where the nose is.
1st and goal, Dragons.
And Warren will spread things out a little bit here. 17, Clemente comes to the near side of the field. And now Kaiser hands it off to Egger, and he fights hard to get back to the line of scrimmage. They didn't give him any more than that.
Speaking of player of the game, I ran into Steve Goodwill downtown this past week, and I just kind of thanked him for sponsoring the player of the game, and he loves doing that. So shout out to Steve Goodwill of Mattress & More.
Absolutely.
Of course, then he got on me about my failure at calling homecoming queens now. So
I was in high school with Steve. I think he's a year older than I am. All right, Egger back into the backfield, and they go to Blum, and Blum's going to be dropped, and they blow the whistle. He was still trying to get out of the grasp, but they're going to call him dead about the 16.
Looking for room to run.
So that's a loss on the play. Makes it third down. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dragons kick a field goal if they don't make any significant gain here. Just to get points.
I think they want to get in the big blue end zone.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
This is trying to score a touchdown.
Well, they got
Plus-
2 chances to do it.
Plus, the more they run, and the more that McLane doesn't get the ball.
Third and goal. Barnes, the up back. Egger, the deep back. Kaiser under center. Clemente split to the near side and Blum to the far side. And it'll be... Oh, Kaiser he took a lick right there.
He took a big shot.
He got spun around initially, and then the defensive end came in and just cleaned him up.
He's definitely going to be feeling this tomorrow.
Yeah, you can tell he's shaking up a little bit. He's coming off the field under his own power, but this is going to be a 4th and goal from the 26-yard line.
Like you said, TJ, he got spun around, and then he got taken down.
Yeah,
hard.
He could not defend himself in that situation. He was leaning and falling backwards, and then the second player came in and made the hit. All right, Dragons are going to spread everybody out this time. Kaiser, well, he's a gutty kid. He came right back out there. He's going to get the snap, drops back, looks around, throws for the end zone, and Clemente and hand fighting, but I don't see any flag there.
Nope.
The defensive back along with Clemente pushing each other a little bit, but no call, and the ball goes over on downs, and the Dragons, that was the closest they've come to getting points all night long. Best drive of the night for Warren, but it results in no points. And so McLane will take the ball over, 1st and 10.
Check that ticket. Let's move to this next number. 285-780.
I'm going to bet that the Lancers will just run the ball from here on out. We have 4:55 to go, and it's a running clock. Lancers with the football. And they've got 3 receivers bunched up here on the near side of the field, and Corbett comes up for the Dragons. They throw an out pass in the flat, and this is going to go for a 1st down and then some. And with the ball for General McLane is number 8, Grady Sharp. He's taken down there by Noah Bleach, along with number 13, Ross of Warren.
Lancer 43-yard line.
It is a 1st and 10. The ball resting at the 43 of the Lancers. We have 4:10 to go in this ball game. So this time they run a reverse. It is a sweep, and they're going to get a 1st down, and then still going down the sideline and out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. It's Ross that ran him out.
At the Dragon, 19-yard line.
Okay, ball carrier for General McLane there was, I believe, 19. That's Mulligan, Seth Mulligan. Boy, they've got a lot of guys that have speed, you know that. They just
3 minutes, 28 seconds left.
Corey was much like that. They had several players that could really fly. And McLane handled Corey with relative ease.
Yep. They did.
So we're waiting for the signal to say you can resume play.
They can go.
All right, they're going to wait until the last second to snap this, I am sure. And they're going to give off tackle, and great job there by Orth to wrestle down the ball carrier. And that's Mulligan again. Wonder if he gets a mulligan for that one. He got dropped in the backfield. I couldn't help it.
It's a do-over. Yeah, so we're, like I said, be thinking about our player of the game and play of the game. I'm kind of racking my brain I have one player in mind for the Dragons. Matt Carroll is probably going to be the player of the game for General McLane, but
Okay, they're waiting to run the clock down, and now they're in the 5-second range. And they snap it, and Carroll's going to roll to his left. He's going to keep the ball, hurdles one player, and is run down by several guys with blue shirts on over there near the sideline. Excuse me, short gain on the play.
Where it will be third down.
We're inside 2 minutes to go in this one. 58-0. McLane has the lead, and McLane has the football. With Dave Engstrom, Nick Hoffman, John Ross, this is Tim Giuliano. We will be talking with you we're talking at you, I guess, from Oil City next week. A little ahead of 7 o'clock with the pregame show and Coach's Corner.
Yep, so it goes final. Oil City defeats Erie High 21-20 tonight. And we'll be there next week.
And we'll see if Dave Engstrom can get on track with predicting homecoming queen winners. All right, McLane waits till that clock runs down, and they're going to run up the middle, and they're going nowhere on that play. Bleach was in on the tackle along with Orth.
Yep.
Also Ross.
He deserved that.
Yeah, we were a little overly zealous on that play, to put it mildly.
Number 11.
Orth is going to be guilty of the unnecessary roughness penalty. I'm sure that's either that or unsportsmanlike. Which would it be?
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay, and that's going to cost them half the distance, right?
Yeah.
That dead ball unsportsmanlike penalty.
So it puts McLane on the 7. They'll make it the 8.
With 25 seconds to go.
They're taking a knee. I don't need to. I don't even need to snap it.
No, they don't. That'll be the ball game here. And they won't snap it wisely. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's a final score. Warren Dragons go down to defeat here tonight. Final, General McLane Lancers 58, Warren 0. And we've got some awards for player of the game and play of the game to talk about.
Okay, we'll start with play of the game. It's being brought to you by Warren Surefine, your hometown market. Warren's only locally owned and operated grocery store. Any suggestions for play of the game?
Yes. First touchdown pass that Caro threw to the receiver. It was perfectly thrown. He got behind the secondary. It's the way you draw it up. You can't ask for better execution. I thought that was it. That would open the game up with a score.
Okay, Nick?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Okay, I will too. So that is our play of the game, Caro's first touchdown pass. And now our player of the game being brought to you by Mattress & More. Player of the game, stop in for a truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress & More, where every season is recliner season, located in Warren. So let's start with General McLane. I'm going to go with Matt Caro.
Yep.
I have to go with that also.
Okay. And for Warren, any nominees?
Trying to think of what I would say offensively. I like the way Egger fought through. He's won the award before, but he really, fought hard when he ran the ball tonight. And
I'm going to give it to the punter, Charlie Blum.
Charlie had a good night too. Great call, Nick. I think that's a good choice.
I will go with Nick on that. I was first thinking Aiden Corbett because he had some nice open field tackles, but I like what you're thinking there, Nick. And John Robbins, you agree? Yep. Okay, so Charlie Blum is our player of the game, and he will be, I'll interview him on this week when I go up to interview the coach, and we'll play that interview for you at halftime next week. So Charlie Blum is our Mattress & More player of the game for Warren. Congratulations.
And we go to John Robbins
now we go
to take a look at statistics.
What did I call it earlier? The poetic stylings of John Robbins.
Poetic stylings.
Wow.
There's nothing poetic really about me, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Well, start with the Warren Dragons. Parker Kaiser, 2 for 7 for 18 yards. Egger, 15 for 36. everything else really not worth mentioning. General McLane, Matt Caro, 12 for 16, 232 yards, 5 touchdowns. His day was ended pretty early. Josh Caro, 5 for 5 for 71 and a touchdown. Cohen Beachley, 3 for 46 and a touchdown running the ball. Seth Mulligan, 5 for 44. Cesar Garcia, 1 for 15. Josh Caro, 2 for 11. And also in relief in that second half was mostly Seth Mulligan running the football. Receiving the ball, it was mostly Jackson Kaiser, who went 4 for 128 and 3 touchdowns. He certainly had a mention for that, but the one passing in the ball did get 2 more touchdowns as other guys. So what a night for them. And they go on to, probably the hardest part of their schedule in this kind of latter half of the season. That's really where they're going to have to make their bread and butter going into playoffs and eventually trying to win another District 10 title, as they'll go against Meadville for that 4A title. That's with them having very limited 4A teams really helps them. They really just get right into that District 10 championship game, but that's a decent slate. They have Meadville next week, Prep, and then they end with Hickory. So they have an insane slate coming down the latter half of the season.
Yeah, that's formidable opponents for sure, but I'm impressed with this team. They're very, very good.
Very much so. I agree. But I got nothing else to add. It's a one-sided game.
Okay, well, that'll about wrap it up here at Memorial Field, and we hope you can join us next Friday evening or along about 6:45 on 92 Gold as we bring you Warren on the road against the Oil City Oilers, and hopefully Nostra Engstrom will get his touch back next week. So for Dave Engstrom, for Nick Hoffman, for John Robbins, this is Tim Giuliano saying so long from Memorial Field. Once again, the final score was General McLane 58, Warren